Okay, so guys, as you have heard words of wisdom, you being poor, you being born poor is not your choice, but you dying poor, you're part of that. So we are going for a short break, and then after that we are coming back with a lot of goodies just for you. Niliwaambia sifa sato jamani, 25, this is 2025, tunafanya mambo kwa utofauti. Stay tuned at sifa sato, and don't forget to talk to me, niambie which is that fun moment in high school, maybe in primary, maybe in campus that you have experienced, na tutachambua pamoja hapa sifa sato.
Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Psalm 100 verse 4. Sunday is a great day to give thanks and praises to our God. That is why Mizpah House of Prayer invites you for a Sunday worship service every Sunday from 9 a.m. A time of worship, prayer, and the prophetic word. Come for hope, fellowship, spiritual growth, and encouragement. We would love to have you. Join us in person or catch us live on Mizpah TV and our social media platform. Tukutane Church.
Karibu Dinari Sacco. Get a loan of up to 3 times your savings with low interest rates na flexible loan repayments. Register today as a chama, kama mwanabiashara ama for personal savings. Application process ni rahisi tu. Tuma just 500 bob kwa Paybill number 4100513. Account number ni ID yako. Our products include Dinari Jinue, Dinari Mashinani, Dinari Pamoja na Dinari Levitical. Call us now on 0746 365 690. Dinari Sacco. Save regularly, borrow wisely, and pay promptly.
We invite you to join our online family on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and on TikTok at Mizpah TV Kenya and Mizpah House of Prayer. And now we have great news. You can watch Mizpah TV anywhere on Twitch app, which is available on Google Play Store and Apple Store. For great inspiration in worship, word and prayer, and other entertaining and encouraging programs tailored for you. Welcome to our online family.
Mizpah TV, keeping the fire of the altar burning.
Mr. Mraidhi, sijui kama alikufunza.
Welcome back for Mazungumzo, wazi, and today we are diving into something great because obviously it's something that is happening all over Kenya. Let me say Kenya, I don't want to say around the world because only in Kenya ndio watu wanarudi shule, I guess. So today, as you can see, my dressing code, niko na tie hapa, niko na my shirt, you know, it is back to school. That is something that is happening. For those who are traveling next week Monday, make sure kama una travel kwenda mahali, it is Saturday and Sunday because next week Monday kutakuwa na traffic all over the world because you know, all over Kenya, because people will be traveling going back to school. Pale bookshops zitakuwa zimejaa watu wakinunua vitabu. I think this is the time that wale watu wa businesses, they are making one of the great you know, when it comes to returns on money, they are making a lot because ndio watu wananunua manguo, wengine uniform haziwatoshi, so they have to do another thing, kushona uniforms, shoes. To those who are transitioning, going to the CBC now, you see they need to junior secondary, they need new uniforms. So I think wanabiashara also be keen. And today we are talking about the back to school recharge, and we're not alone. I'm joined here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us, even for this second session.
Yep.
You know, we are talking about...
Now let's talk about dressing first.
Dressing.
So you dressed back to school. Mimi niko na jersey ya Arsenal.
Uko na Arsenal.
Kwa sababu tuko na game leo.
Guys, we're talking about football, but they do have students wanapenda football, unasikia football there, football here.
I've been to a school during the KCSE and they had a very good arrangement with Morim. Whenever there is ball, that would be Tuesday and Saturday and Sunday, they would get that 1 or 2 hours.
Free. Yes. That's how students love football. Yes. My God. But then unajua, lakini futa si mzuri sana because... No, because listen to what I'm saying. I've seen on social media people committing suicide because you know, team yao imeshindwa.
People commit suicide because of love.
No, so is that love?
No, I'm wondering if football is bad because people commit suicide. Is love bad?
No, you're trying to justify.
No, I'm not justifying.
No,
I'm just saying
that because
we cannot demonize football because of people who have committed suicide. Unfortunately, in what Arsenal.
And now that is actually, I think you're in a little na peer pressure. In a little na peer pressure,
people process things differently.
Yeah.
And I refuse to agree that somebody committed suicide because of football primarily. So there must be other underlying issues.
Kuna mambo mingi. And now talking of peer pressure, let's talk about the back to school recharge. Watu wanarudi shule, Mbogi narudi shule, watu pale campuses wanarudi shule wote. How can a person stay in check, making sure that wewe si mtu wenye rendi kisema twende hivi unasonga nayo? You know, people wakisema ni hivi ni strike. How can you stay in check, making sure that the rules, kila kitu, you are observing everything, that you are self-driven, self-motivated?
My presumption is that consumers of what you're saying are teenagers and people in college. And I must say that one thing that will keep you, like I said, motivation is internal. There's something we call an individual value system. That as an individual, you subscribe to a certain set of values. That is what determines what kind of peer pressure you can allow to push you. Because unfortunately, when we talk about peer pressure, we always talk about it like it is a negative thing. There is positive peer pressure.
Yeah.
There's negative peer pressure.
Yeah.
So having an individual value system, what am I speaking about? I'm speaking about having a set of values.
A set of values.
That you subscribe to. And values in a nutshell are things you can do and things you cannot do.
Oh, I love that.
So you have things that you have determined. These I can do, these I cannot do. And you transit them into principles for life. That if they are taking this direction, I can't take that direction. If they are doing this, I can't do that. But then you got to be very careful because regardless of how strong your individual value system is, company will always affect character. And that is why the Apostle Paul would say, do not be deceived, bad company
corrupts good morals. So be the kind of a person, if you want to stay on the straight and narrow in terms of values, be the kind of a person that does not allow people to choose you as their friend.
Okay.
Yes.
That person that people do not do what?
No, don't allow people to choose you as a friend. Be the one to choose who your friends are.
No, so people are not supposed to choose me as their friend.
Be the one who chooses who should be your
Guys,
friend.
this is something kume lazima to change. I didn't know that.
Don't
Wait.
allow people to choose you. Make the choice so that you pick who you hang around, because regardless of who you are, the company you hang around will affect your character.
Wow, let's talk now. Talking of character, do you think teachers can be part of building the character of students when it comes to, you know, they're back to school na baby kuna ule mtu mwenye alienda nyumbani, everything changed in a second, and this person is a whole different from being disciplined to undisciplined. Now, how can teachers make sure that there is a smooth transition into helping these people to bring back themselves?
That is not in the job description of teachers.
For real. But see, I thought teachers are supposed to help.
Teachers are in school to cover the curriculum. So we first agree that.
Yeah, it's true.
Teachers cover curriculum. Morals and values are taught at home.
At home. So this is
Yes.
the work of parents. It goes back to them.
Because you are one parent with 3 kids. I am one teacher
Unatetea walimu.
with 50 kids in one class, 50 kids in another. I am the principal with 2,000 kids. Do I have time to teach them morals? So the only thing teachers can do is, number one, help by the program of the school and the rules and the regulations, help galvanize the values that the kids already have. Okay? Because of the discipline of the school, we can help galvanize the values. Okay? There's number 2, teachers can advise. They can talk about things and they can relate with the kids. So if a kid is going to get their lives touched by a teacher, those kids have to accept the input of the teacher into their life. But kids can come to school and decide they don't want to listen to the teacher and they don't want to do anything. But let it also be known that it is the parents who have the responsibility of teaching values and morals. In school, we cover mathematics and English. We can only help you, we help the kids galvanize. But then now, schools have cultures. Schools have
and now the
cultures.
cultures now
So there is now the
create that.
culture of the school. So the culture of the school shapes part of the child's values and morals. But it is not what we might say that if it goes wrong, then we blame the teachers. It's a whole system. So the teacher is also a part of that system. It is not the responsibility of the teacher to teach your children values. No.
I know there's something critical that I would love us to dive in. It's something critical, something that many people don't love speaking about it, but of course it's something that is happening mostly, especially kwa shule zenye ni mixed. Now talk about relationships and love in school. You know, the love intricacies. Kuna watu wanaongoja shule zifunguliwe so that they can see their lovey-doveys. Let's talk. What's your take on that?
You sure you want my take?
Yeah, I want your take on that.
They should have warned you. Now, bottom line, teenagers shouldn't be speaking about love affairs.
Okay, now what high school sasa, they don't, kuna wale say, I'm not a teenager, you know, I'm an old person.
Teenagers, if you're in high school, we should not be speaking about love affairs. We should be speaking about friendships.
Friendships. Guys, we need to be friends.
Okay? But now that you have decided to go that direction, I have 1 or 2 things to say. Number 1, if you're going to get yourself involved in a love affair, make sure you are ready for the consequences and the responsibilities that come with it. Because once you start getting involved in a love affair, I can tell you, heartbreaks are constant.
They are constant.
Ni kugongewa ndio mlisema ni constant. Now, heartbreaks are more constant than kugongewa. So, if you're going to get into a relationship in Form 2, Form 3, a love relationship, my friend, be ready for heartbreaks. And they will happen. And nobody breaks your heart without your permission.
Oh, nobody breaks your heart without your permission, guys.
Kierere yako ndio inafanyaga your heart gets broken. Ungejikalia tu na moyo yako na ujikalia, hakuna mtu angeibreak. Ni kierere inafanya ukue heartbroken. So if you decide to go that direction, I would really recommend that as teenagers we get involved in what we would call group relationships.
Group relationships.
Yes, we are here sisi ni wase wa debate club, we are here sisi ni classmates, we are here sisi ni watu wa church moja, group relationships. Until when you at an age where you can handle the responsibilities and the consequences of relationships. Now, guys in college, I know some of us are starting off. Relationships are good. Relationships are work.
Their work.
Relationships don't work out themselves. Just like salvation. The Bible says, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So relationships are work. You got to put in the work, put in the time. And we maybe in another session we can talk about what would be expected, because it is mad, it is insane for you as a college girl to expect your college boyfriend to take care of your bills.
The bills, you know, to go out, you want chicken in, guys, chicken in, you want pizza out there.
That's insane.
It is insane.
You are putting on someone's son what your father cannot afford.
Guys, that reminds me of a song, but Sitaimba.
So maybe in another we can get a session where we can engage the college guys on some of those intricacies.
So what about those who are already in this relationship? Should they go afungue shule break up number 1?
Those who are already in high school.
Yeah.
High school wacha kierere soma kwanza.
What about now in campus?
In campus, work on the relationship. Yes.
In campus, they work on that relationship.
Work on the relationship. Of course, depending on what your value system is. If you are Christians, you know what needs to happen in that relationship. If you are not,
and now making sure that there's when it comes to campus, there's a balance between, you know, your academics, work, relationship.
Once you are above 18, 19, 20, and unless you are not sober, you should be able to balance.
They should be able to balance.
You should be able
so you mwenye hizi kubalance shida ni nini?
Huyu mwenye hawezi kubalance ni kwa sababu akona mashida mingi. They need to learn that life is multidimensional.
Wow, I love that. Multidimensional.
Because at that point in life now, you're ripe for a relationship. You're in your 20s, you can start a relationship. Oh. So you cannot tell me that you are not able to handle the relationship and your studies. Because after your studies, you have work. So how are you going to handle work and a relationship?
Okay. Now I get it. People, you need to have a balance.
So they need to work. You need to work around balancing. We call them the 7 dimensions of life. You need to work around balancing them.
And now talking on based on the same conversation that we have just had a few minutes, let me try to come in this angle. This is the boarding schools. Ni shule zifunguliwe anze kusikia LGBTQ now is here. LGBTQ is everywhere. What do you think is wrong with these girls? Do you think maybe it is peer pressure working on that?
The LGBTQ issue is not a local issue.
It is an international.
It's a global issue. And the area we understand that, the better for all of us. There are 2 issues that affect teenagers and high schools and young people that are not localized. They are global. Drugs and the LGBTQ agenda. So we must know that those agendas are being pushed at the international level. All right? Having said that, then, parents and teachers, institutions must move out of the ostrich mode, hiding your head in the sand. This is a discourse, a discussion that need to be had
In
with
school.
the young people in the schools. Like I told you, work with schools. So sometimes a school that has not had the discussion has trouble. So they want to start having the discussion. But you can have the discussion before the school has the trouble. Because at an institutional level, what we need to work on for both drugs and LGBTQ, we need to work on reduction of recruitment.
Recruitment in schools.
Yes. How do you reduce recruitment? You reduce recruitment by arming the unrecruited. So the form ones have just come. Talk to them about these things because it's a reality.
Yeah, because actually I don't think many schools they are talking about these things. I think they're afraid. I don't know.
Talk about it so that if the form ones now come across someone who wants to recruit them, they are already aware. They already know. So the discourse has to be had, and it's also have to be had at home. Let's talk about it because it's a reality. It's not something we can run away from.
And now, what about the schools that wanajua wanafungua shule, these things is coming back?
No, if you have a school and you know you have a problem, get help. Get someone who can handle these things. I believe in your vote heads. It's called psychosocial support. Get people who can handle it. We do this in quite a number of schools because these are realities. You cannot run away from them. It is in the 80s and 90s we were dealing with drugs. Now it's LGBTQ. We don't know what it is going to be next. Yes.
Don't you feel like maybe there's a gap between students and teachers, and that's why this thing is now being brought up?
No, that gap has always been there.
Wait, that gap has
The
it's
gap
something that
between
is
parents,
existing.
cross-generational gap has been there from time immemorial. It's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
No, it's nothing new.
Okay, so there's something.
If anything, students are closer to their teachers now than they were many years ago. Yes.
Okay. This surprise, guys. We thought that any
No.
kitu imeanza na Gen Z.
No, kids are closer to their teachers now than they were many years ago. So the issue is not the relationship between the teachers and the students. It's a deeper issue than that. It's a deeper issue than that, and it has several dimensions. It has an economic dimension, it has a spiritual dimension, it has a moral dimension, it has a political dimension.
So, is it possible to, or maybe an advice to the parents and teachers, do you think that maybe there can be a collaboration between the two of them into solving such kind of issues like drugs and discipline in schools?
The solution lies in communication.
Communication
Between the children and the caregivers. That's the parents, the teachers. Where the children who might be innocent need to be armed. And where the children who are already in need to be given space to come out, to recover, to grow, to see that this is an issue and it will destroy my life. But it has to be done with a lot of wisdom and love.
Well, I love that. That was quite amazing. I believe that people have learned something out there that goes to the teachers, parents, students in primary, high school, and also campus. I believe that you have learned a lot when it comes to balance. So as we get to wind up, what kind of advice, maybe 3 tips that you may give to the students that is based on the campus, high school, and primary as they're going back to school?
Time management. And I know it's mentioned everywhere, but I just want you to remember you cannot stop time, you cannot store time, you cannot stretch time.
Wait, you cannot store time, you cannot stretch time, and you can
stop time.
Stop. Stretching, stop. Okay.
So you can only spend time wisely.
That's wise.
The wisdom of spending time is in 3 things. People, places, and activities.
Activities.
Who do you spend your time with? Where do you spend your time? On what do you spend your time? As a rule of the thumb, only spend your time with people, in places, and on activities that add value to your life.
So this means that students wanafaa participate even in the extracurricular activities in school. It's healthy.
Very.
So they should be part of it.
Well, say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Okay, so unajua watu wakifika form 4, kwa wale watu wa form 4, they say, you know what, I have no time, nafaa kusomea KCSE, so my full focus.
The reason some schools will withdraw the candidate class from participating in co-curricular activities is because the school wants to attain a mean grade, and the kids sometimes go off and they cannot balance. So number one is time. Number two, check on your relationships. Check on your relationships in the 3 dimensions. Number one, your relationship with God. Okay? Fear God.
Fear God.
Number two, your relationship with your seniors. That's your parents, your teachers. Yes. Honor them. And finally, your relationship with yourself, which affects your relationship with your peers.
With self.
Yes, your relationship with yourself, which affects your relationship with your peers.
So
respect yourself.
There's a relationship with self.
Yes. Respect yourself. That will affect how you relate with your peers. Honor your parents and your teachers. Fear God.
Words of wisdom. Wow, that was quite a great session whereby we have got to learn a lot as you are going back to school. Jamani, ninajua that you have been fully equipped with wisdom and knowledge and also practical tips on how you can become that great person. Ukiwa as a campus person, how you can balance, tuambia how you can balance school, work, relationships, na also kwa wale watu high school wenye wako kwa relationships. Jamani, umesikia? Si mimi nimesema muache kierere. Be that person is cool. It's not yet time for relationships. And also remember, no one can heartbreak you unless you give them permission. And remember, when you're in high school, heartbreaks ni constant. So thank you so much, sir, for availing yourself for the show.
Yep. We
have learned a lot.
You can find me on YouTube, Teacher Triza TV, and we can engage.
We can engage.
And, there is a playlist called Ask the Teacher, where we answer questions from young people.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you might need kind of advice, tips as a young person, Pale, make sure that you get to reach him out and get to learn a lot and learn a lot. So guys, niliwambia leo, niambie, what is your favorite moment? You know, those funny moments that you got to experience in high school. And we'll go for a short break. Then after we come back, tutazichambua hapa at Sifa Sato. So stay tuned here and bonga na mimi on 0799 200 100. Also on our Facebook page, hashtag Mizpah TV, it's Sifa Sato. Stay tuned.
Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Psalm 100 verse 4. Sunday is a great day to give thanks and praises to our God. That is why Mizpah House of Prayer invites you for a Sunday worship service every Sunday from 9 a.m. A time of worship, prayer, and the prophetic word. Come for hope, fellowship, spiritual growth, and encouragement. We would love to have you. Join us in person or catch us live on Mizpah TV and our social media platform. Tukutane Church.
Hello to you, asifiwe Yesu. I am Godwill Bahati. And to get my song, Mazungumzo, as your skiza tune, go to your phone and text the word skiza, then leave space, then the code 5707807 and send to 811 and you'll get it at only 1 shilling. Thank you. As your callers keep enjoying, may you enjoy it in Jesus' name.
Karibu Dinari Sacco. Get a loan of up to 3 times your savings with low interest rates na flexible loan repayments. Register today as a chama, kama mwanabiashara ama for personal savings. Application process ni rahisi tu. Tuma just 500 bob kwa Paybill number 4100513. Account number ni ID yako. Our products include Dinari Jinue, Dinari Mashinani, Dinari Pamoja na Dinari Levitical. Call us now on 0746 365 690. Dinari Sacco. Save regularly, borrow wisely, and pay promptly.